Hello, this is Nate Vigil with Skoda Minotti Strategic Marketing. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create or claim a Google business listing. This is hands down one of the most important steps that you can take as a business owner to be found online and then ultimately get leads to your business. So we'll start off this demonstration by navigating to google.com/business. You're going to want to go ahead and bookmark this page. Just makes it easier for future notice when you have to come in here and make adjustments to your listing. Just makes it easy if you can come in here directly by bookmarking it. Now, up in the right-hand corner is going to allow you an opportunity to sign in. And you'll notice that I have a couple different accounts here that I log into Google through on a regular basis. This first one is at an @Gmail account. The second one is at an @SkodaMinotti.com account. I point that out on purpose to let you know as a user that you can create a Google account and not have to have an @Gmail account. So if you have an @yourbusinessname.com email address, I would highly encourage you to use that to manage your business. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my @SkodaMinotti.com Gmail and create a new business listing. Now you'll notice that I already have some listings within my account. We have 3 corporate offices that I currently manage. If you do not currently manage any listings, this will be a blank screen for you. We're going to go ahead and navigate over to the right-hand side of the screen, and we're going to click on Add a Location. As I click on this, a drop-down menu is going to give me some options where I can either add a single location or I can import multiple locations. This is really just going to depend on your specific business and how many locations you have. I'm going to go ahead and select add a single location and type in my business name. I want to pay close attention to the little details. Commas, if you have them in there, punctuation, capitals, as well as even things like periods. So I have an ink at the end, I have a period at the end of ink. I want to make sure that I have consistency online. So I want to make sure that that period is everywhere that my business shows up in, just to maintain Google's best practices. Once I've typed in my name, I'm going to go ahead and select it. It's going to bring me to this next screen where they just want to verify, is this the correct spelling? Is this the actual name of your business? This first question that Google's going to ask us talks about how we interact with customers. Do you have a physical location, whether it be a storefront or an office where customers come and visit you? Maybe you work out of your home office. That is a big distinguishing factor here when it comes to establishing your Google business listing. If you work from a home office, you do not want customers knocking on your door at 7 o'clock at night when you're having dinner with your family. So in that circumstance, you would want to select no. For the sake of this video, I'm working out of an office. Customers can come and visit me. I'm going to go ahead and select yes. Based on my selection here, Google's going to ask me some additional questions. First, it's going to ask me, where is my business located? And once again, I'm going to go ahead and just use my Skoda Minotti Tampa branch location. We're located in Tampa, Florida. And I want to make sure that I have my address correct, my zip code, state. We're all set here, so I can move on to the next step. This next question is asking me about servicing customers. So I already mentioned in a previous step that I have a office or a store where customers can come and visit me. Can I also visit customers where they live, where they work? I do, so I'm going to go ahead and select yes. If you don't, if you're a restaurant, if you are a retail store, no might be the more appropriate answer for you. You have to decide what works best for you and your business. This next option allows for us to identify with Google places that I serve my business. So I've already highlighted and mentioned to Google that I'm based in Tampa, Florida. I gave them my address, and now I'm going to let them know these are some surrounding communities where I also provide my services because I travel outside of my office. So St. Petersburg is a local community. As I start to type in St. Petersburg, Google's going to auto-populate some towns and cities across the country that have that naming convention, and I can just appropriately select the community that makes sense for me. Brandon, Florida is right up the street, and I'll go ahead and select one more. Bradenton. One thing to note here, I personally would never put a town or a location into my business listing that I wasn't willing to travel to. So, as an example, Gainesville, Florida is about 2 hours north of me. If I'm not willing to drive up to Gainesville to meet with customers, I would never want to identify Google as a place that I service customers in. So, you need to kind of decide what works best for your business based on how far you're willing to travel. And the great news is that Google allows you to put as many locations as what makes sense for you. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next screen where Google's gonna ask for me to categorize my business. Go ahead and just start typing in what you think most makes sense, and Google will give you some options to choose from. So as I start to type in marketing, you'll notice these top two options look pretty promising. Marketing agency or a marketing consultant. I could also use internet marketing service. That makes sense for me. A lot of these other ones, the wrestling school does not really apply. And you'll see that as you start to type in your own business category, Google's going to outline some categories predetermined by them. You have to decide what works best for you. The good news is that this is your primary category. Once you've claimed your business, you can select subcategories that also make sense. We'll go ahead and select marketing consultant for my new business. And this is going to allow for me to put in contact information or the best way for customers to locate and get a hold of you. So you have to decide if a landline, if a cell phone, whatever makes sense for you, go ahead and put the primary way that you want to be reached out to. You can always add more phone numbers later. This is going to be your primary number, and the number that when someone uses their cell phone on mobile, when they click to call, it's going to call them directly to that line. We also want to add in our website. If you don't have a website, you can check us out at scotaminotti.com/marketing. Our team of distinguished marketing professionals, we help businesses of all types, coast to coast, develop an online presence, and that includes website design and development. So you can check out our services if you're looking to have any kind of website created. I'm going to go ahead and put in my marketing URL so that way when a user comes and finds my business listing, they can click on the website button and it won't just take them to my homepage. It takes them to my strategic marketing page, which talks a little bit more about the marketing services that we provide. This last step is verifying your business, and Google gives you a couple different options to verify your business once this loads. More times than not, Google is going to want to send you a postcard. I got really lucky in this demonstration where Google's allowing for me to do this by phone. Phone is the fastest way, it's the quickest way, and it's also the easiest way to get verified. If this 813 number that I put in here is a landline, which it is, I am not going to want to choose text because I can't receive text messages on a landline. I can only receive phone calls. If this main number that you put in is a mobile number, you can go ahead and click text, and Google will text you that code. More times than not, as I mentioned, Google wants to send you a postcard. I want to show you what that looks like because this is about 90% of the time what takes place. If I select down here, you'll notice it gives the postcard option where I can type in who is going to receive this. And I'm going to go ahead and put my name in there. If you have a receptionist or you have somebody that checks your mail for you, you're going to want to go ahead and put their name in there. And I'm going to put do not throw away. The reason that I'm putting that in there is that the Google postcard shows up and it does look like junk mail that would show up in your mailbox. It's about the size of a cell phone. It is Google branded, but truthfully, it looks like junk mail. So I like to put this do not throw away in there so that way whoever it is that's working at the business that checks the mail understands that this is actually pretty important. You're going to want to notify that person and let them know that in the next 5 days, this postcard is going to arrive. This is an important first step to being found online. And so you're going to want to make sure that this individual does not throw away this postcard. When I click mail, I will get a notification from Google saying that they're going to go ahead and start this process. It's going to take about 5 days. And it's once again just showing me my business address. When that postcard comes in, you've already bookmarked your business listing and you're going to be able to log back into this account enter that 5 or 6 digit code that's on your postcard, and you will get a notification from Google that you are now verified. Google does allow me the opportunity, as you can see, to log in and start to make some changes to my business listing. So I can add things like hours, a description. I can add a logo, and all these different tabs here on the side allow for me to do some different things. I do want you to know that this will not show up on the internet until you have verified your business. So I can make these changes now, but recognize that they won't be live until I have been verified. I'm hoping this video has been informative for you. Claiming your Google business listing is the first step in dominating online. If your organization is struggling with getting leads from an online source and you would like to learn more about developing a strategic marketing plan for your organization, we can help. At Skoda Minotti Strategic Marketing, we help companies and organizations develop their strategic roadmap to success. We can help yours too. You can visit us online at www.skodaminotti.com, or you can contact Jonathan Ebenstein directly at 440-605-7231. We look forward to helping you solve your marketing goals.